Welcome to Invest in You, everybody. Now that you have a platform to invest on and you know what an ETF is, you need to find tools to help you choose stocks, to evaluate them and to look at what they are. EasyEquity users especially because the platform is very young. So there isn't a lot of tools on there to evaluate your stocks. In this video, I'll be telling you about my top 5 tools that I use when I want to invest. You need these tools to evaluate your stocks, to keep track of them, and to find more. There's always two phases. You need to find a stock and then you need to track it. You need to make sure that if something crazy happens, you get out of there. So all these tools I'll be ranking over here, and 5 sets of parameters when I rank my tools. The first rank is the discover rank. So how easy is it to find new stocks? How easy is it to search for their tickers or their names? Is their info updated? And also then the second parameter is to look at their trackability. Can you make a portfolio on their platform? Can you track? Can you constantly be updated? Can you have alerts? Then all of these platforms usually have a screener. Now a screener, if you don't know, it's pretty much like you tell the program what you like. You like dividend stocks, you like growth stocks, or you like utility stocks, and it just weighs out all the stocks that you find attractive or that you set out as parameters. And a lot of these ones, they can get very hectic, confusing, and a lot of stuff just goes in and you don't know what you're getting out. So I'll also be ranking them. A very important one is quick view. How can you quickly view all your stocks, or do you have to go and click on each one, go in depth, or can you just have a one-pane view and see exactly what all your stocks are doing? And also I'll be ranking them according to their mobile app, because I mean a lot of the times I just want to check on my phone. Is it easy to read? Does it have nice infographics? Is it compact and not just congested with ads? Throughout all these tools, obviously they have to be free because your boy ain't gonna spend money on. So it has to be free. There has to be like no additional subscription. It mustn't be overly complex, and it must be accurate to some extent. Now the big issue is with South African investing is it's very hard to find info on South African stocks a lot of times. So if you can find a platform that does USD and the JSE very well, you've got a winner. So the first one is the investing.com website. Now they've got a great app and they cover the JSE, and to be honest, they just cover everything. So you don't have to worry, you can find most of the stocks. They've got great news outlets, and one thing I love about them is their analyst sections. So they've got analysts that constantly evaluate stocks, that evaluate markets and give you updates on what's going. And definitely for your phone, put on those alerts. Put on an alert on Tesla to know when the stock's rising. They've also got a great stock screener. I use it a lot of times to choose dividend stocks or just find small cap stocks that will grow. The nice thing is when you set up a portfolio on the app or on the website, they give you specific news to those stocks. So you don't see a lot of different stuff that you don't need. For instance, you have a portfolio with AMD, ShopRite, and SPAR in. They'll only give you news on those 3, and maybe companies in the same field that would affect those companies. Secondly is Yahoo. Now Yahoo is also very great with JSE and the USD, and one thing I definitely love about Yahoo is you can actually feed in the amount of shares you have in your track portfolios. And what I use Yahoo for a lot is their live market coverage for the USD market. So just before that opens, they have live, you can also check it out on YouTube, and they've got great videos. They've got people they interview, they've got the CEOs coming in, and that's something that investing.com might not have, but Yahoo does. Yahoo also has great news articles, and again, the same with your specific stocks in your portfolios or your watch lists, they give you news specific to those. I also love using Yahoo's function where you can check out an ETF's holdings, and I just like the way they set it out. They give you the percentage, the weighting. So Yahoo is definitely a great way if you don't want to go look in depth into the fact sheets or you can't find them, go to Yahoo and go check what those ETFs are holding. Also, what I love about Yahoo on the phone side is it gives you alerts specific to your stocks, and a lot of times it'll tell you when your stock has reached the all-time high, and then you can quickly go check why, or maybe it's jumping, and it'll also give you some great news break line. Yahoo also has some fancy pre-made watch lists, so you can go in there, and if you like wholesale stocks, they've got a wholesale watch list, and you can go through them and go check. Then there's Webull. Now, the big thing with Webull is it's technically a trading platform, but I just love the way they set it out. So I use it to just check out all my USD stocks. Now, for the website app or the desktop app, you have to create a free account, but it's like signing up to Google. But the one on your phone, that's mahala for free. So what I love about Webull is on my PC, you can look at all your stocks on one screen, and it shows you all the ticker lines and the trend lines, and you can just, and a great thing about Webull is they give you one-liner headlines of news articles, and if you click on it, they'll take you to that article. So it's not overly congested and you have to go through all these articles. Just look at the headlines. And great for also tracking different stocks, and they've also got a screener. I don't use Webull for screener, that's why it's got that mark, but yeah, I've never used their screener because it just looks very complex. All of their ratings are pretty much reduced that I give them. It's just because of the fact that they only cover USD. You can't track or look for JSE stocks. Though Webull does have great financial infographics. So what I love about them is you can go look at the dividend payout history and stuff, and it'll show you in very great graphs and infographics. Then TradingView. TradingView I only use to look at all my stocks on one screen, because they've got this great thing, you just add all of them on the side, and then you can quickly click on one if you see it's dropping, or if it's doing something, you get the news alerts. Now, never look at the idea section. Those idea sections you see there are normal people like me and you that give shorting and trading advice, and a lot of times they make it seem like it's professional analysts. It's not. It's your everyday Joe that just gives their opinion. So don't, if that thing says sell, don't go sell. But if you think you should sell, you should sell. And TradingView, not a fan of their mobile app. You can't see the finances and like all those things, so not really a fan of them. Then the last one is Simply Wall Street. By far my favorite. The only problem I have with it, and that's why I've put it last, is you have to pay a subscription if you want to look at more than 6 stocks. So that's why for you as a beginner, it's great. You're not gonna have more than 6 stocks in the start, so you can use the free version for the rest of your life. And what I love about it is the infographics on it is great. I don't like to read a lot, I like to see things, and I like to see physically what it looks like. I'm a visual learner. So they show you, for instance, the graph, the dividend payout lines compared to other companies. They show you a lot of stuff. And they show you the snowflake, which just, it looks great. And they've got a brilliant stock screener. So, and it's very nice because it's descriptive. And I would definitely say if you want to look for stocks, go to this site and go look at their stuff first. Before you look at anything, just go browse around a bit and go look. You can find new stocks very easily there. So in summary, the best platform I would say to have on your phone for quick checks and for just all round is investing.com. But when you want to check more broad and more in depth on your PC or your laptop, I would definitely say use Yahoo or Simply Wall Street. Just to give you an idea, on my average day of when I decide to just go into depth in my investing, I'll open a TradingView to see at all my stocks or watch list all in one thing, and I can click between them. And then just before the USD market opens, I'll open Webull and I'll check what's going on there, and it just gives me a great one-page view of everything I can see. And then if I want to go more in depth, I'll go onto Yahoo News. I'll have their live market coverage on. I'll go look at their news articles, and I'll definitely also look at investing.com's news articles within those portfolios I created. Simply Wall Street, I'll definitely use if I'm looking for a visual update. They do tell you like this is how your portfolio is doing, this is how it's rated, maybe it's a growth portfolio, and it's just, yeah, so it's very nice. Simply Wall Street, but it is Simply Wall Street I did find a bit more complex when finding quick news articles and a lot, and very descriptive. Then if you've got extra time and you want to check more in depth, For South Africa, I'd definitely say get Business Tech and subscribe to their newsletter. They send you daily newsletters to just tell you what's going on in the South African market, what's going on out there. So it's very great, because you'll find a lot of times when you look at Yahoo Finance or investing.com, there might not be a lot of articles for the JSE stocks, but Business Tech always has some discussion or some news article that's coming your way, and then you know what's going on. Also, a great tool to use is look at Finviz, look at their map. So it shows you an overall view of how all the different stock area or the different market areas are doing. So you can see, for instance, if healthcare is doing good or maybe consumer cyclical is doing good. So it's a very good way to see what's going on out there in the broader sense. If I had to choose one out of those top 5 that I just told you about, I'd definitely say for you as a starting investor, if you're not planning on having more than 6 stocks for the next year, I'd definitely say start with Simply Wall Street. Definitely start off with that. It's a great tool, it's great visuals, and I just love the infographics. Otherwise, definitely use Yahoo or investing.com. I'd say Yahoo for your PC and investing.com for your mobile phone. Yeah, so go play around with these, go look at them, go look through them, and then once you are ready and you've chosen your 1, 2, or maybe all 5 of them, we can get down and busy into evaluating those stocks, and we'll be looking at what I look at when I choose my stocks,